As with version 7 of the product, we have a number of inbuilt reports that are in the product. But one of the new integrations with version 8 is the integration to SharePoint to enable us to automate this reporting and then have them loaded into SharePoint or into a Teams channel with the product. So obviously what I've done under integrations, we've done the integration over to SharePoint. So what you see here is that we have a uControl 8 webinar Teams channel that's been created. And if I go underneath here at the moment, I've got my uControl reports tab. If I go to my files tab, then I've got all of the reports that we had running from our uControl solution. So if I pop back over to the product, and what we'll do here is I'm going to come and add a report. So we'll do webinar report uControl test report for webinar. Query type is we now have a choice of doing BMC, which means it will be running this reporting directly against the BMC tool, or we can select SQL, which is new in version 8, and that means that you can run a number of reports directly against the asset database that's held within uControl. So we're going to select BMC. Report type is XLS. For this, I'm just going to do a basic report of search host. Yes, it's active. I want it to be uploaded to SharePoint. This is my BMC Discovery appliance that we're going to run the report against. If we were assigning it to users or email addresses, we could choose the teams that we wanted this report to be sent to. But what we're going to do is we're going to come down to uControl 8 webinar. This is the channel in SharePoint that we're going to be sharing it to. I could have multiple SharePoint or Teams channels configured here, and I can have different reports going to different SharePoint sites and different team channels. So for example, we could create a load of reports around Windows, have those being sent to a Windows SharePoint team, and I can create ones for Unix, have those going to a Unix SharePoint team. All of that will be configured, and I click create. Once it's in here, if I come over to my page 3, we'll see that I've got my webinar report control in here. I'm going to click on that. We'll go to actions on selected rows. We will do run report, and we'll confirm that we're running that report. And then if I flick back to my Teams site, and you can see from here that as I scroll down the list of reports that are now available, we see that we've got our webinar report uControl that we just ran from inside of uControl is now listed in our available files and reports inside our channel in Teams. So what I can do is I can go and click on open in SharePoint. And once that opens, you'll see again that I've got all my lists and all my reports that are shown inside of SharePoint. I can click on that and it will open directly in Excel with all the exports that I've run from the report. It's just a very basic one doing a search host in Discovery, but that'll all be there, and I can open and manipulate and start reporting on the data that sits inside of there. And more importantly, we obviously use the full versioning of SharePoint as well. So at any particular time, for example, one that we've run a couple of times, I can come and click the host alias report that sits up here. I can do on version history, and this will show me all the times that this report has been updated and written before, which obviously therefore means that I can start clicking into those and going what's changed, what's different between my reports and the exports. I can look at that over a period of time.